Hi you guys, it's Arielle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we are finally covering the 4th arrondissement of Paris, which is the next video in my series. Just like with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd arrondissement, I'm going to start by giving you guys a description of the route that we'll take through the 4th, and then I'll go over quickly all of the sites we'll see, give you a bit of history, a little bit of background, and then we'll get into the actual vlog portion of the video. The 4th, of course, which is located right below the 3rd arrondissement and just to the right of the 1st, is divided into 4 neighborhoods. We have the Quartier Saint-Marie, Quartier Saint-Gervais, Quartier de l'Arsenal, and Quartier Notre-Dame. There are some very popular hotspots in the 4th. We have both islands, of course, the Ile de la Cité as well as the Ile Saint Louis. We have Notre-Dame as well as the Town Hall. And as with the 3rd arrondissement, we also have the Marais and the Jewish quarter that spills over into the 4th. Something else that I think is pretty interesting about this arrondissement is that it hit its peak population in 1861 at 108,000 people living in this area, whereas in 2009 this had dropped to 28,000, so quite the shift. Once the city of Paris was reorganized, the 4th actually became a lot less residential, and so today it's mostly populated with restaurants, hotels, cafes, bars, museums, all that kind of good stuff. Before we get into the route description and the vlog, I want to give you guys a heads up. This arrondissement is dense. There is a lot of stuff to see in this video. This video is a little bit longer than the other ones. The vlog portion of this video actually took me 2 days to film because I didn't have enough battery power to film the full thing on one day. That being said, we're going to go over and see a lot of things in this video, and the 4th arrondissement is definitely something you don't want to miss out on if you're visiting Paris. If you guys remember from my last video, we ended up at the Jardin des Archives Nationales in the 3rd, and today we'll be starting just below that into the west at the Centre Pompidou in the 4th. The Centre Pompidou is a modern art museum and some would say a 20th century architectural marvel, and it's characterized by its exterior escalators as well as the very colorful tubing all around. You'll find many iconic artists on display in this museum, including Picasso, Matisse, and Andy Warhol. Another very special element to the Centre Pompidou is that if you go up to the 6th floor, you have a full panoramic view of Paris. It is absolutely breathtaking, and better yet, it's free. You don't even need a ticket to go all the way up. We'll then make our way over to Eataly, which is a gorgeous Italian food center. We've got restaurants, bakeries, cooking classes, delis, all sorts of Italian goodies. Anything Italian you could want, you'll find here in Eataly. And of course, you can sit and enjoy a meal in one of their restaurants, but they also have a very beautiful bakery with seating, so you can enjoy a nice little focaccia bread or a cannoli and have a coffee while you work. Down the road from Eataly, we have the Bazaar de l'Hôtel de Ville, or the BHV. For the last 160 years, the BHV has actually been the only lifestyle department store in Paris where you can find such a plethora of goodies. Literally any department you could want, you will find in the store, from tech to high fashion to cooking wear to children's toys to home decor. Anything under the sun you will find in the BHV, and on top of that, it is just a very, very beautiful store. Literally 2 steps from the BHV, you have the Hôtel de Ville, which has been the seat of the Paris City Council since 1357. You can't go in without booking a tour, but the exterior is very beautiful. A little bit down the road, we have the Tour Saint-Jacques, which is a Gothic-style tower built in the early 1500s. It's actually the only part remaining from the Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie church, which was destroyed in 1797. The Tour is also surrounded by a beautiful park and lots of benches, so it's a great place to stroll through as well. We're then going to cross over the bridge and head to the Ile de la Cité and the Marché aux fleurs. An interesting little point actually is that the Ile de la Cité is the oldest settlement in Paris. Once known as Lutetia, this island was actually founded in the middle of the 3rd century BCE by the Parisi, which is a Gaelic tribe. Anyways, the flower market on this island that we're going to visit is both open air and indoors. There are lots of cute little pavilions built in the early 1900s that house all of the flowers and the decor and the knickknacks that you can find here. And this Marché des Fleurs has been popular actually since the 1830s. On the Ile de la Cité, we have, of course, the famous Notre-Dame, which is a Gothic-style church built in the Middle Ages, and is actually the most popular monument visited in all of France. Sadly, as you guys probably already know, there was a fire that broke out just under the roof in 2019, which took a pretty devastating toll on the church. The church is still ongoing renovations and is planned to reopen around 2024. The final stop that we'll make on the Ile de la Cité is at the Deportation Martyrs Memorial, which is dedicated to the 200,000 people who were deported from Vichy France to the Nazi concentration camps during World War II. We'll then take the bridge and cross over to the smaller island, the Ile de Saint Louis, which was actually named after King Louis IX. Over here, we'll stop by the Saint Louis Church, which is a Baroque-style church dedicated, of course, to the king. We'll then cross over the Pont Marais and head into the Marais, and we'll stop by the Saint-Gervais-Saint-Protais, which is a Roman Catholic parish built in 1494. A few blocks away from this parish, we have the Mémorial de la Shoah, which is the largest information center in Europe on the subject of the Holocaust. This memorial offers guided tours as well as other activities to help us better understand the history of the genocide of the Jewish people during the Second World War. We'll then head up towards the Rue des Rosiers, which is the center of the Jewish quarters and also called the Pletzel, which means little place in Yiddish. On this street, you'll find many unique shops as well as Jewish bakeries, cafes, and decorations. You can also enter the Joseph-Migneret gardens off of the Rue des Rosiers, which is, of course, dedicated to Joseph-Migneret. He was the director of an all-boys school in the neighborhood who, during the Second World War, forged paperwork and housed many of his students in order to save them from deportation. We'll then head over in the Place des Vosges, which is built in 1612 and therefore one of the oldest squares in Paris. Before the revolution, it was, of course, used as a place for the nobility to meet and chat. It's unique in that all of the house fronts match. Red brick and vaulted arcades completely surround the Place des Vosges. And one of these house fronts actually happens to be where the French writer Victor Hugo lived. He lived on the second floor of the mansion from 1832 to 1848 and actually wrote some of his biggest works here, including a very large portion of Les Miserables. As we wrap up our tour, we'll head over to the Place de la Bastille, which is a big symbol of the French Revolution. It used to be a prison, but during the Revolution, it was actually destroyed stone by stone. Finally, just a few steps away from the Place de la Bastille, we have the Basin de l'Arsenal, which is a port that links the Canal Saint-Martin to the Seine. It's got lots of cool boats and weeping willows, and it's just a very beautiful place to go for a stroll in the summer or the fall. Voila, that is the very extensive list of all the places we're going to see in this video. I hope you guys are excited. As always, I will leave a link to the map down below so you guys can follow on your own time, and without further ado, let's get into the vlog. Hi you guys, welcome to the vlog portion of the 4th arrondissement tour video. I actually ended up taking today off work just because this arrondissement tends to be a little bit more busy, maybe a little bit more touristy than the other arrondissements, so I thought it'd be better just to do this on a work day when it would be a little bit more peaceful and quiet in the city. We honestly have so much to cover today, so let's hit the road. Okay, so we're at the top of the Pompidou Center. I just took the free pass up. You can just go into the building and literally take the escalator up to see the beautiful view. You'll see that I'm all alone here, which is a little bit sketchy, and it's not normal. There are tons of people in the museum, but what happened is for some reason they painted sortie, which means exit, over the door to access the outdoor terrace. And I've been here before, so I knew I could come on, so I went to go ask a security guard, and I was like, am I able to come here, or am I gonna get kicked out? Like, how do I access the outdoor terrace? He was like, yeah, no problem, just go through. And I was like, okay. But clearly because the door says sortie, no one else is coming out here. So we're all alone, the beautiful view to ourselves. But yeah, just so you know, if you come to the 5th floor, you can come and see the view. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the free view from the top of the Pompidou. You have the Eiffel Tower, of course. And over here, we have Sacré-Cœur. We can even zoom in a little bit. And just the really beautiful Parisian rooftops. I have also been to the Pompidou Museum, like inside as well. It's free on the first Sunday of every month if you want to check it out. I highly recommend that you do. It's a very cool museum, lots of really nice pieces of art. A very successful first stop in this little exploration video. Our next stop is Eataly. Okay, so we are clearly no longer in the fourth. Okay, I'm in a change room right now. My friends are playing basketball on their lunch break and it's in the fourth, so I was like, I will just come join you. I have my basketball stuff with me. So yeah, we're gonna quickly get changed, have an hour-long break, play some basketball, and then we'll get back on our trip. I just left Eataly. I got a beautiful pizza. It's honestly one of my most favorite places to go. I highly recommend that you can go eat there if you're in the fourth or even in Paris, to be honest. And I finished my pizza, but I bought a cannoli for after basketball. Yeah, I'm gonna get changed, I'm gonna hit the court, and then we'll go back on our tour.
Ah, c'est la guerre, ça chauffe. Ah, il y a un duel là.
My hair's a bit greasy, I'm very sweaty, but let's continue. The very famous Friebstar. And now, we're on our way to the BHV. So we just left the BHV, which is quite a beautiful department store, to be honest, especially with all the Christmas decorations. It was really, really lovely. I definitely recommend you check it out, but there isn't a view at the top, like a panoramic view that you would have at a place like Galerie Lafayette, for example, but the inside was still really, really pretty. We are sitting right now right outside behind me of the Hôtel de Ville. And I wanted to give you guys a tour around, but it looks like it's kind of under construction with some sort of Christmas market being built. So let's go check it out, but normally you don't have all of these gates and stuff up. Okay, so that building right there, that is the BHV. That's literally where we just came out of. And this is the Hôtel de Ville. So you can see that there's this perimeter of a gate that goes all the way around. You can't even go up, which you normally would be able to. And there's like these cranes, building things, trees, and fake trees with snow. So I actually ended up going back to the Hôtel de Ville a couple days later to check out the Christmas market and the decorations that they'd set up. And I wanted to include a couple photos for you guys here just in case you're in Paris right now and want to go visit. Bon, dommage that I couldn't show you guys around, but we are on our way now to the Tour Saint-Jacques, and then we'll cross the bridge and we'll head to the Ile de la Cité, which is where Notre-Dame is. Here is really beautiful, and I found a bunch of empty benches, so I thought it'd be a nice place to just stop and chill out and enjoy the cannoli that I bought at Eataly with the beautiful view and wonderful sounds of traffic. Bon appetit, and I will see you guys on the island. Okay, so we're in the Square de la Ile de France, which is on the Ile de la Cité, We are in a park where normally there is the Deportation Memorial, which I wanted to show you guys. It's right behind me, but it looks like it's under construction, so I don't think I can go down there and show you, which is quite unfortunate. On the Ile de la Cité, we saw the flower market, which was really lovely. A couple of stands were closed, I guess because of the colder weather. We also saw Notre-Dame, which no matter what time of year you go, there are always people there. It's always busy. Unfortunately, it's still under construction, so there wasn't much to show you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a spin around this park and show you what I can of the memorial, and then once we're done, I'm going to cross the bridge right behind me and we're gonna go to the Ile de Saint Louis, which is right beside the Ile de la Cité. Okay, so side note, we're right in front of Bastille, which I've heard is a really good place to get ice cream. Okay, and here is the Église de Saint Louis that I wanted to show you. But of course, it is also under construction. Okay, so we're done with both of the islands. We're gonna head back in and now to the Marais, and we'll pass by the Église Saint-Gervais and the Mémorial de la Shoah. Voilà. One more side note as we're passing the bridge. That area over there is closed now because it's cold, but it's a really nice bar right across from Ile Saint Louis, right over there. Hi guys, so I look a little bit different. We're a totally other day. I didn't have enough battery power to finish the 4th arrondissement vlog in my last video. So yeah, I retraced my steps. We went back to the Mémorial de la Shoah, and now we're on our way to the Rue des Rosiers, which is in the heart of the Jewish quarter. It's in the Marais. And if you guys have seen some of my other videos, you'll know that my favorite falafel restaurant as well as my favorite thrift store are on this street. So hopefully we can check them both out on our visit. We made it through the Rue des Rosiers. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're now in a park just right off the road. It's a little secret, very intimate, quiet park. You'll see through all the clips, I am the only one in here, which is one of my most favorite reasons to stop and enjoy my lunch in this park, because there's so many amazing bakeries and falafel shops along the Rue des Rosiers, and so it's really nice to be able to take that to go and to just sit calmly in Paris and enjoy it. The name of the park, I will tell you, is Jardin de Rosiers-Joseph-Migneret. And yeah, like I really am the only person here, which is really nice. I actually decided not to get a falafel. I get that every single time. I thought I would mix it up, and I walked by this really amazing looking Yiddish bakery. It is called, and I'm sorry, I will for sure mispronounce this, Sasha Finkelstein. It looked very authentic. The staff were super friendly and nice. I ended up getting a Yiddish meat sandwich. She kindly packed it up in 2 little portions for me because I think it's really big, as well as this raisin cheesecake. You would have seen in the clips, but oh my gosh, this looks so delicious. I can't wait to dig in. Let's open it up. I asked someone to put everything on it. I'm not a picky eater, and there's these huge pickles. Pickles are like one of my most favorite foods, so I'm so excited. I think the sandwich is gonna be so delicious. So yeah, I'm gonna dig in, and I will check back in with you guys when we are en route to our next stop, which is the Place des Vosges. Des Vosges in the square Louis VIII, and unfortunately half of it is closed for renovations, but this side is still open. I have to say it's a nice park, but it's way nicer in the summer when you can sit on the grass in the sun. But yeah, it's very peaceful, it's very calm. It might just be that I'm here on a weekday during the day, so that's why it's less busy, but it's a really nice place, and I regret not bringing a book. But yeah, very beautiful. Okay, so I didn't realize this, but I just left the square. It's right behind me, and I'm in the Place des Vosges, and literally right behind me is, like right there, is the Maison de Victor Hugo. So yeah, maybe you guys can look forward to that in a future like museum vlog, but the Victor Hugo house is right in the Place des Vosges. Okay, so we've come to the end of our tour of the 4th arrondissement. We are by the Basin de l'Arsenal, which is right beside the Place de Bastille. It's a really nice quiet canal with pretty boats and trees and gardens. It's very quiet, and it's really nice in the fall because it's one of the only places that has trees that have leaves that change the color of red, orange, and yellow, which is really nice. I have to say, of all the arrondissements I've filmed so far, this one was definitely the longest to get through, and I think it had probably the most amount of things to see. I really enjoyed this arrondissement. I'm not gonna lie though, my hands are freezing, so we're gonna end this one with a quick thorn and a rose. The thorn, I can tell you right now, is the Place de la Bastille. It was not at all interesting, it was ugly, it was just a million different cars. It's like a giant roundabout. Busy, crowded, polluted. Didn't love it. That was definitely a thorn. Please take that off of your must-see list if you come to Paris. My rose, on the other hand, unironically, was the Rue des Rosiers. I'm a huge foodie, so I really enjoy all the food on that street, the falafel places. The new bakery that I tried out today was delicious. I love all the cute and unique shops that are along that road. I love the little hidden park. It's just a slice of heaven, I think, in the middle of Paris. So yeah, that is all from me in the 4th arrondissement today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.